Now, a Viking-themed adventure set in Dublin has been chosen as the key book in a new project to promote reading among primary school children. The Children Save Dublin programme encourages students to read the fantasy novel Arthur Quinn and the World Serpent by first-time Irish writer Alan Early.
The initiative, which is the first citywide reading programme for children, runs until March and is designed to engage 4th and 5th class students to read for pleasure. Joining us this morning to tell us more about this is author Alan Early and Director of Dublin UNESCO City of Literature, Jane Alger. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Jane, I'm going to come to you first because it's a wonderful thing that we are the UNESCO City of Literature. I say we, I mean Dublin. Don't take offence, anyone in the rest of the country, but it is something that we should celebrate. And this programme is something that we should also celebrate, because encouraging children to read, especially at that age, when nowadays they seem to be more interested in electronic mediums, is something that's very, very exciting for all children out there. Tell us about the programme and how it works.
Well, the nice thing about this project is that it marries children reading the book and their interest in online activity. Alan has a wonderful website that will engage the children. There's competitions and activities and all sorts of things, but they have to read the book as well to get through the competitions. Excellent. And engage in the activities. So we're not telling them don't use the internet. We're saying read and use the internet. Well,
which is the only way to encourage them, really. And now you're looking specifically at 4th and 5th class students.
Well, that's the age group that the book is geared at. Any younger or older children can read it. But 4th, 5th, 6th, 8-year-olds as well, if they want to. Anybody who wants to read the book can read it.
Yeah, I think if I was a teacher, it'd be a godsend. Here's a class project.
Absolutely.
Straight away.
Well, the nice thing about that is it's a book that children would choose for themselves. It's set in modern Dublin, in a Dublin they'll recognise, but it also has the Viking overtones as well.
Now, choosing the book was no easy task, because we were just discussing their break. If you choose a book that might be more for boys or more for girls, you're going to alienate one group or another group. So how did you decide upon Alan's book?
Well, we were looking around. We wanted to encourage children to read for pleasure. And we wanted a book that would appeal to boys and girls, a book that was set in modern Dublin or even modern Ireland. Yeah. And the fact that this had all the online activity that we could build into it, and it had the Vikings as well. Children love Vikings. There's also, you know, they can dress up, they can do all sorts of things. So this book really had everything. We looked at other books, but this was the one that came to the top. Which
is superb. So where does this love of Viking and all things Viking come from? I know I brought my kids on that Viking splashdown tour, and it was absolutely fantastic. It's almost like a throwback. But was it Dublinia or something, maybe?
Dublinia kind of sparked the interest years ago when I was young myself. And then I read a little bit about the Norse legends and the Viking legends, and that's what really sparked the interest in the book. I wanted to take these Viking legends and transport them to modern-day Dublin.
Wonderful stuff.
And this is your first book?
It's my first book, yeah.
But we were talking to Lawrence earlier on. His Istanbul puzzle is doing quite well, and we were asking any interest from the film community. But you've come out from the other side. You've already been in the film community,
yes, yeah.
And have branched out into the written word. Will this translate at some point down the line into some sort of a TV?
I'd love for it to, but it will cost hundreds of millions to make it. But if anyone wants to make it, they're welcome to, of course.
All right.
You need someone like Cameron to come in and do it big.
Yeah, if James Cameron's watching,
if he's watching, okay. Yeah. James Cameron watches routinely, just so you know. You're very lucky, Alan. Tell us a little bit about the book. Just give us a gist of the story.
Yeah, it's about a 12-year-old boy called Arthur Quinn, and he's just moved to Dublin. And one day he and his friends go exploring the city, and they find the River Poddle, which runs under the streets of Dublin itself. And they find a mysterious Viking pendant, but what they don't know is that there's also a Viking monster hidden down there.
Da, da, da.
Okay,
so they have to save the city and save the world.
And you've set it in a modern Dublin.
Modern Dublin, yeah.
Was that a difficult thing to do or an easy thing to do? I know it's all around you, but sometimes it's easier to write about a time that's removed from you.
No, that was one of my main interests in the book, to set it in modern Dublin and to show all the different landmarks of the city, the spires mentioned, the Liffey's mentioned, places like that. So I really wanted to set in modern Dublin. That wasn't an issue at all.
And was there lots of checking then and rechecking? Because kids are very quick on the uptake, and they'll say, hang on, the spire isn't actually that height, it's this height.
Yeah, they are very quick, and I think we've checked everything, so I think everything should be all right.
Okay.
For all modern-day Dublin stuff.
I love the idea, like, my uncle's 10, and basically the computer is sort of like it's part of his arm, you know, if you don't police it. But the idea of being able to multitask and take the book and lead into the website, that's good. Presumably, if you're not reading the book, you won't have as much fun on the website.
Exactly, yeah. The website can become kind of kickstart to reading the book, or vice versa. But obviously, if you've read the book, you will get a lot more out of the website. There are games that relate to the book, relate to chapters in the book. So anyone who's read the book will really enjoy the website.
Jane, what's going on in Dublin while encouraging people to read this book? There are activities going on until March.
There are midterm break next week, and there are a lot of activities going on in libraries in Dublin, and Alan is also going around to schools. And we have another man called Mr History Live, Michael Moylan. He'll be engaging children with the Viking aspect, getting them to dress up and fight with Viking broadswords and that. And then the St Patrick's Festival weekend on the Monday of the bank holiday. There's Irish Rail are giving us a train at Connolly Station. The train is going to be parked there before carriages, and children, the station, this particular platform will be dressed appropriately.
Brilliant.
Serpents and all sorts.
Fantastic.
And then the children will move from carriage to carriage doing various activities connected with the book.
And where can people find all of this information out? Parents at home going, where?
On Dublin UNESCO City of Literature.ie, and that leads into the website that Alan has specially created. And booking for the St Patrick's Festival event will be on that site and also on the St Patrick's Festival site as well.
All of these activities are free?
Oh, they're all free.
Oh, it's superb.
All free.
Brilliant, absolutely great idea.
Did we mention Owen Colfer's a big fan?
Yes,
which
he
is.
Huge he has really good reviews. So.
Which is great. So what's next now for you after the UNESCO Festival?
Well, it's the first book of a trilogy, so at the minute I'm editing book 2, which is out in August, and then book 3 as well then the following year.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations.
Congratulations to you. Were you thrilled to be picked?
I was absolutely thrilled. It's great to be picked for something like this. It's really important.
Did you know you were in the mix?
No, I didn't. I didn't know until it was kind of decided, and when I heard about it, it just makes so much sense to have a project like this in Dublin and in Ireland.
Fantastic, and you're going to be going around schools doing readings?
I'll be going around schools, libraries, bookshops, yeah.
Lovely.
He doesn't just do readings, he does all sorts of other things as well. He does runic writing with the kids, secret codes.
Runic writing?
Runic writing, different games.
Oh, superb.
Wow.
So it's a treat. It's not a talk or lecture.
There you go, log on to the
It's
website.
great.
And if people aren't in Dublin and won't be able to engage with those activities,
Hard luck.
do read the book.
Oh, sorry. I'll read the book. And you
Read
can
the
engage
book,
with
get
the
involved,
website.
and you can go onto the website. Alan, your website is?
ArthurQuinn.ie.
Fantastic. Best of luck. And Jane, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.